Oh shit. Episode 3 of Orb on the movements of the earth. Holy. Am I the only one that thinks that maybe he made the wrong decision? I feel like he could have made a better decision with his with the life that he was given. You know, he was still young. He still had so much life ahead of him that he could have accomplished before self-sacrificing himself. I mean, a good example is the lad that he helped. You know, the older gentleman. I forgot his name. I'm terrible with names, guys. I'm so sorry. But the lad that gave him the necklace, you know, he lived a long fucking life. So he was able to do such a self-sacrifice because he's already done everything in his power within his lifespan. You know, everything that he feels he could have accomplished. And I don't think he had this young boy, this young Johan. I think his name is Rafael. Now, if I remember correctly, Rafael. You know, I don't think he had in mind that Rafael should also self-sacrifice his life in this type of manner. Whether, you know, his beliefs are right or wrong, you know, I think he did the inevitable a little too soon. Am I the only one that feels this way? I just don't feel like at the moment it wasn't necessary, but I could be wrong. You know, I could be wrong. You know, they're all, and it's ironic because they're all taking a page from scripture, how, you know, Jesus self-sacrificed himself, but even Jesus lived until well over his 30s, you know, in his 30s. So, you know, he had shit to do too. You know, he knew that he has to do as much as he can within the time that's given him. But this lad, he just started. You know, he just started learning about the you know, the new research. So for me, I think he has maybe made a mistake. You know, I think he made a mistake in all honesty. But this was so out of like left field that I was stunned by the revelations that he would choose such a path. I'm sure you guys already watched it. If you haven't yet, this episode has been superb. You know, throughout the entire episode, I was thinking, oh, he'll get out of it. He'll get out of it. He'll get out of it. He won't take it there, but he did. That boy was ready, man. He was like, you know what? I choose to inspire, which is fine. You can inspire people, but damn, bro, I don't feel like he did the max inspiration that he could have accomplished. You know, he's a kid. I don't think he had, you know, kids are not allowed to consent for a reason. Which is why I think, you know, he maybe was a little irrational. So that's one of my main reasons is he's just still a kid, you know. What do kids know about living a life? You know, what do they know about, you know, it's sad to say that, but they don't have any ability to make any rational decisions so quickly. But it's sad that, but he's not the only one at fault though. You know, it's just sad that, you know, within Poland, within this era, that they would go so far as to persecute a kid. So he was not necessarily 100% to blame for such a decision, knowing the consequences. You know, nowhere in earth should there be consequences this dire. But like I said, even though they made him seem like very smart, intelligent, and rational, above, above everyone else. He, in my opinion, has turned out to have made an irrational choice. He's still just a kid. It's just sad that there was nothing anyone could have done, because even the country itself to have such laws is already in the wrong. So even though he is in the right, he already knew that what he was gonna do was gonna put him in this type of situation. So I can't blame him. I can't always just blame him, but he is still really young, and he could have done a lot more in his life to inspire others, to inspire the research. And he even said himself that he could prove that what is that called again? Neocentrism or something like that. He still had a lot in his life to prove. So, with that being said, yeah, I don't think he made the right decision. But this is an anime that is really thought provoking, and this was fucking peak. This is one of the greatest episodes in animes, but still very controversial in my opinion. But yeah, that is all, man. Like, holy, bro, like, what are you doing? But and it's crazy because the deed's been done. There's like no going back on this. Like, it's not like the author's gonna like, this isn't like an isekai. No, boy's not gonna. Wait, is he gonna isekai? What? Is this an isekai? No, I don't think we're gonna go I don't think we're gonna go that far. But yeah, let's just see where this takes us. R.I.P. my boy Johann Rafal. That's wild, man. That shit's wild. And I don't really like that saying either, but even if you're wrong, it doesn't mean it's not meaningless. I think, yeah, that's like a radical mindset. But I think in these times, I think you gotta be radical to defeat the radical. Think about that.